All right, welcome into fourth quarter clutch. I'm Brian Zeigler along with Noah Weintraub, and today we're giving you a World Series preview. Noah, just as we go into this, give me a basic general feel of what you think is going to happen in this World Series. How do you feel about this World Series so far?
Well, pitching wise, it's going to be definitely an interesting series. They both have really good offenses, so I don't think it'll be a pitching dominated World Series. But I see the Cardinals having an edge in terms of hitting, and I see the Red Sox having an edge in terms of pitching, especially because I only see two Cardinals pitchers that you could trust, starting pitchers that you could trust right now, and Adam Wainwright and Michael Wacha. You can't trust Joe Kelly. Kelly has a 4.41 ERA this postseason, and Lance Lynn has a 5.4 ERA. While the Red Sox have a dominant three starting pitchers, a nice starting trio in Lester, Lackey, and Buckles. Even though Buckles struggled in one of his starts for Detroit, he's still a really good pitcher,
Yeah.
and he's shown that multiple times. But uh, what I've learned, and I've gotten many World Series predictions wrong, is that pitching beats hitting. So I'm gonna go Red Sox in six.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm thinking. I agree with you about those two. Absolutely. But I think this one comes down to the simple plays that are gonna be like somebody's the stealing, the bunting, just like simple basic plays to get runs in because that's usually what happens. I mean, those are really the plays that show how good a team can really deal with those types of plays, both offensively and defensively. Being able to make those plays properly, but then also being able to throw the guy out at second, or making that play at first and to make sure to get that out. Those kinds of situations. So situational baseball is going to be a big deal in this one, and especially when you get like two solid pitching staffs, which I think we have here. But I'm with you. I think Boston has a slight edge on that. However, I think I have to give the closing to Trevor Rosenthal. I gotta give the back end of the bullpen there to the Cardinals, which is they're pretty solid back there. So I think it's going to be really interesting, and I think we're going to see the Cardinals play some really good situational baseball, and I think that's really what it's going to come down to.
The thing that I found interesting is that they played 9 years ago in the World Series, and the Red Sox dominated the Cardinals. They swept them
Yep.
in the miraculous 2004 run, which every Yankee fan and Red Sox fan obviously remembers for many reasons. Yankee fans were probably cursing a lot during that ALCS, like
Yep.
myself, but
Yep.
that's a whole other story. But it's interesting how much has changed in 9 years. Star players on both sides are mostly gone. Albert Pujols. If you look at I'm looking at the starting pitchers from that matchup. It's crazy how many of them are gone. Kurt Schilling for the Red Sox in Game 2. Matt Morris for the Cardinals. Pedro
Yeah.
Martinez in Game 3. Jeff Suppan.
Oh yeah.
Derek Lowe in Game 4. And Jason Marquis. And the closer was Keith Falk. They also had Jason Isringhausen for the Red Sox. And then
Yeah.
for the Cardinals, my bad. For Keith Falk was the closer for the Red Sox, and Jason Isringhausen for the Cardinals. And it's just, you go down the line, it's just unbelievable how many great players were in that World Series.
Oh yeah.
And you look at this World Series, it's not as star-studded. You have Adam Wainwright, David Ortiz, and then you have some nice pitching, but it's not going to be as high-scoring as that World Series was. Game 1 was 11-9, the Red Sox won, and then it became closer games. The difference I see in this World Series is the fact that Michael Wacha is a rookie and he's playing in his first
Mm.
World Series, and I don't know if you can really trust him going against a really good lineup like the Red Sox. I trust Adam Wainwright, I
Yeah.
don't trust Kelly, and I don't trust Lance Lynn.
I don't trust Lance Lynn. Definitely not. No. Um. But we'll see. I mean, there could be some really. It's going to be interesting to see that how that Cardinal defense responds because they have a really solid outfield. with some. I mean, they have some great players out in that outfield. So we're gonna have to see how they play that. I think another factor in this one, you got definitely young players is definitely a big factor. But you got a couple of vets like consistent solid vets on both teams. I mean, you got like a David Ortiz on the Red Sox. You got Matt Holliday. You got Carlos Beltran on the Cardinals. You got John Lester on the Red Sox as well. Just guys that are consistently playing very well, like at a high level, but consistently playing at a high level. Instead of someone like Manny Ramirez, who was a big time factor in the 2004 World Series. He was sort of like a boom player for a short period, and then sort of trailed off. We're not seeing that, so it's really hard to tell who those big players, who's going to come out big, because these guys are just so consistent.
And also, the World Series starts in Boston. First matchup's going to be Adam Wainwright versus John Lester, which should be a very low-scoring game.
Yes.
Then Game 2 is Michael Wacha versus Clay Buchholz. Game 3 is going to be John Lackey versus Joe Kelly. Now, for Boston, I could see them going with a 4-man rotation. I do like Ryan Dempster, who they have been using in the bullpen for some odd reason, and they also do have Jake Peavy, who is a very good pitcher, even though he has struggled at times. Now, for the Cardinals, I wouldn't go with a 4-man rotation. I don't trust Lance Lynn enough in order to have a really good outing against the Red Sox. And Shelby Miller is also a rookie like Michael Wacha, and I don't trust him against the Red Sox. But the thing I find interesting is that, and this is from yesterday, Alan Craig took live batting practice, and he's expected to be the designated hitter in Boston. And with him being sidelined for every game since September 4th, Matt Adams has played for the Cardinals, and he's done pretty well. He's their best hitter that has had full at-bats. Shane Robinson has a 375 average, but that's an 8 at-bats, so you can't really count it. It's more of a fluky stat line, but Matt Adams has pretty good numbers. He's got a home run, 4 RBIs, and a 268 average. That's better average than Carlos Beltran, better average than Yadier Molina, Matt Holliday, David Freese. But the thing that I find interesting for the Red Sox is that they have David Ortiz. And David Ortiz is one of the clutchest players in the last 5 years in the postseason.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, basically we're talking about a couple of X factors here. Definitely Matt Adams is going to be interesting to look at, to see who that is. I'm thinking Dustin Pedroia is going to be an interesting guy to see, like, what he does for the Red Sox, because he's a crazy situational hitter. Just like in those, he's amazing with runners in scoring position. It's just crazy how he hits. He comes through in those situations that they really need him to come through. So yeah, it could be the Red Sox in this one, actually, absolutely. But I don't see any of these games going high scoring or being blowouts or anything like that. It just doesn't seem like that type of World Series to me. It seems more like a grinding 1-2 run lead in just about every single one of these games, maybe 3. We're going to see a lot of save situations, I think.
Yeah, and Trevor Rosenthal, that guy is just unbelievable. But I got
off the hook, man.
But I have to give a lot of respect to Koji O'Hara, who, if you told me before the start of the season that Koji O'Hara would be the Red Sox closer, I would have called you crazy, because he was the 3rd best reliever in that bullpen.
Yeah.
But with Andrew Bailey going down and what's the other guy's name who went down? I can't remember. But with 2 injuries to the bullpen, Koji O'Hara is the closer, and he has 5 saves this postseason with a 13 K per 9, 13 strikeouts in 9 innings. That's just ridiculous.
It's insane. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
My prediction for World Series MVP is not going to be David Ortiz, although that is an obvious choice. My World Series prediction is going to be Dustin Pedroia, because I feel like he will hit for around 300. He'll have a home run, maybe around 5 or 6 hits, and he'll be pretty much the catalyst to a Red Sox World Series championship, their first one since 2008.
I think he's a beast. Absolutely. I'm thinking it's going to be a pitcher in this one actually. So I'm thinking probably it's going to be one of those two guys, Wainwright or Lester. I'm thinking it's going to be one of those two. Gotta think of. I think I'm going to go with Wainwright. Actually, I'm going to go with Wainwright. He's so consistent. He's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I think I gotta go with Wainwright as far as an MVP prediction. Okay, so you're saying what? Red Sox in 6?
I say Red Sox in 6.
Okay. I think I'm gonna say St. Louis in 7. I think it's gonna come down to 7 games. I think it's gonna be an interesting series, and I think it's gonna go all the way. All right, cool. That's all for our World Series preview. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We actually just started up a Twitter account for Fourth Quarter Clutch, so you can check that out.
Also one other thing, we're going to be doing live blogging for the World Series, so please check the website whenever possible during the World Series. You'll see analysis at the end of each game. We'll do statistics as well. One of us, we're not sure exactly how we're going to do it yet, but one of us will do statistics and the other one will do analysis, and then we'll do potentially game previews and what we thought of the game if someone made a ridiculous call or an amazing play.
Absolutely.
And you'll see more videos later on in the week. We're going to do a NBA preview video and, of course, our weekly NFL preview.
Yeah, so keep it tuned in and keep it rocking, keep it real. Thanks.